Welcome one and all to the Nuka-World Transit Centre. So you've followed the radio signal and you want to begin the Nuka-World DLC. So you'll be heading straight on over to this location. It is directly west of the Lonely Chapel. Best way to find it, if you're coming from Sanctuary, is just to head all the way down till you find the freeway. The one that continues from Lexington. Follow it past the Lonely Chapel, not on top of it, but beneath it, and you'll eventually come across the Transit Centre. There's no level requirement to begin this quest. There's just a group of gunners that you'll have to deal with, and the gauntlet, of course, but I'll show you that there's actually a secret way to get by the gauntlet here. Now, let's have a little look around the area. These gunners are under the command of Kayla, and she was sent here by Colonel Cyrus, who was a gunner commander. He's only mentioned in the game, and we never actually see him at any point. He's not in Gunners Plaza. It's presumed the Gunners are a larger organisation. Cheers for moving there, bud. We've got a safe in the back of this van here, and the place consists of two parking lots. The one to the left here called the Cherry one, and the one to the right is the Quantum Garage. The only reason we know that is between the little dudes that are standing outside. One, they are cherry, and the ones over there are blue, signifying quantum. There's some unique buses that you find later on in Nuka-World, specifically for the park itself. It's kind of a take on Disney World, if you think about it. Lots of explosives in the back of this van, perhaps that they were about to undertake some sort of possible terrorist activity or something. It's always a possibility when it comes to these types of games. If you try to go down here, you will not find anything, because, of course, it's all blocked off, and there is an elevator to access it. If you want right up to the top, you can do a few wee jumps here, and boom! You can see the other side of the parking lot. Not too much going on here. One thing I should have mentioned when we were over there, back across the bridge, is the steamer trunk that's sitting over here. And a wee duffel bag. That'll get you some of the early firepower that you may need to take down these gunners. At lower levels, you will face a basic assaultron, basic gunners. Higher levels, there'll be corporals, commanders, and in this case, it's even a gunner assaultron invader, which can be pretty deadly. Now, let's head down the elevator here, which you can find right over here. One that works, at least. The transit centre itself is located inside there. It's a little underground subway that takes you over into the park.
Going up.
Now, look at the bottom here. Take out all the gunners before checking all of the buses here. This one's got a desk fan. This one that's torn open at the back actually has a little lunch pail. You'll need all the supplies that you can get if you're choosing to do the Nuka-World DLC. It's very tough, and you will have to complete the gauntlet and speak to Gage before you're able to return. After which, it's not too bad if you're able to, you know, come and go as you please. Round the back here, something that I didn't really know of is the sleeping bag that you can't use. Even if we choose to move the skeleton out of the way, you still can't use the sleeping bag. So, unfortunately for some survival players, this is not the spot that you're gonna shack up at to regain your health. The debris around these phones, though, is rather impressive. You'd think they would have put some bins around here. So, all the nuclear, or Nuka-Cola advertising leads you on to here. And another gunner captain. Let's find Commander Kyla, who can normally be found just kind of patrolling around. When you kill her, you'll actually see that she's got some orders on her. Aha! There she is.
Damn it!
Now, once dealt with, she also will have a stealth boy. So, you're in for a wee bit of a fight here. Once she's down, you can get her orders. By the way, you don't actually have to kill anyone. You can run by them. It's a bit tough, but it's not completely out of the realm of possibility here. Kaler's orders. Commander Kaler, your orders are to investigate the Nuka-Cola family radio signal that appeared today. Our intel has determined it's coming from the Nuka-World Transit Centre, and we've reason to believe it may be linked to Sergeant Linear's missing recon team. They went over the mountain instead of actually going through the transit centre here, so that explains how you find gunners at the Braberton overpass. Your primary objective is to secure the surrounding location, report back to me, and you'll receive further instructions on your status report. Colonel Cypress. Let's head on into the transit centre itself. So, once you're inside here, you'll find Harvey. Now, you can talk to him, he'll give you a sob story, but if you just cleaver him,
very nice. Killing an innocent man.
You'll get a wee conversation over the
Son of a bitch,
intercom. Take the password.
Tell you what, you use that password.
Get some meds.
Hold hard to unlock the control terminal in there and power up the Nuka-Express.
Get a wee fusion core, hanky, and
Monorail
advanced
will
lock
take
safe.
the Nuka-World. If caps and killing are your thing, I got the offer of a lifetime for you.
If you can't unlock the novice door, don't worry, just walk around the corner. So, that's Gage just chatting away to you, saying that if you've got what it takes. He's actually impressed that you killed Harvey. Now, I've never killed him before, so I didn't even know that dialogue existed. And now you do. There's a cash register and a few other things sitting around here, and then the Nuka-Express terminal. Once you've got the password off Harvey here, you can have a little look. There is a maintenance schedule. The train runs every 15 minutes. Systems automatically notifies corporate of unauthorized delays. It works from 6 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. for employees, and then 9:45 through to 11:55 all traffic is allowed, and then it closes at 12 a.m. Then Friday and Sunday, the times change a little bit. Power grid management, you can activate the auxiliary power, and then you can activate the railway power.
In the event of an emergency, remain calm and obey all safety and shelter instructions provided by Nuka-World employees. Thank you.
Clogged water fountain. Entered by K. O'Rourke. Some kid shoved gum down the water fountain nozzle again. Signed to G. Mackey. Remove disgusting fluorescent green gum from nozzle. Recommend surveillance to hunt down and punish repeat offender. Permanent ban from park would be ideal. This is the 6th time. Announcements repeating. They're stuck on the same announcement about Nuka-Cola Dark. Assigned to G. Mackey. Rebooted horribly wretched announcement system. Recommend a punishment of death for its detestable creator. I am free on Saturday if someone wants to put together a firing squad. Unresponsive Protectron. One of the Protectrons is completely unresponsive. It's frozen at the bottom of the escalator, blocking pedestrian traffic. Today's lesson.
Your tickets now and be the first to ride our Angry Anaconda coaster opening soon at Safari Adventure.
Protectrons need to return to their pods every evening. Recommend hiring some competent people to run the transit centre, not just handing over the job to some kid whose daddy works for sales. Clogged water fountain again. Remove vial blockage yet again. Seriously, this kid is going down. Do a little Protectron programming to give a special eye out for this one. And then the monorail door ajar. Remains slightly ajar. Lining was old and fallen out of place, preventing the door from collapsing. Stripped out and replaced. Employee notifications.
Nuka-World is proud to announce the grand reopening of our World of Refreshment ride, now featuring delicious Nuka-Cola Quantum.
Shouldn't have turned it on, yep. The Nuka-Cola Corporation is determined to be the best possible customer experience available. The first Nuka-World representatives are valuable customers will encounter here at the transit centre. Therefore, you're expected to be helpful and appear happy at all times. As a reminder, it's part of your job. Failure to comply will result in termination without notice. Please note the schedule has been updated for the month of October. This is our final month of the season, so make it count. And employee termination. The Nuka-Cola Corporation is currently investigating former employee Gordon Mackey after a Protectron malfunction resulted in the injury of a child. Please do not discuss this matter with anyone outside the company. So obviously he took the gum thing very seriously, reprogrammed the Protectron.
Is proud to be the only East Coast location
you can see it
serving Nuka-Cola quarts and
didn't go well.
Victory. Try one today.
That explains why Victory and quarts are being served in here. Which is pretty cool. So, let's head on in, and I'm going to show you a little secret when you get into Nuka-World. So you press that button, and it'll take you straight into the DLC. And if you want to skip the gauntlet, wait till you see this. Now that you're out,
Attention all my
you want to head this way.
desirables out there. In case you haven't noticed, looks like we got ourselves some fresh meat to run that's got our latest prey can draw a little inspiration from our previous victims.
So if you're very careful, move it ever so slightly, you'll see the chain goes to activate. And boom! Without doing the gauntlet, you're now in Nuka-World. You'll eventually have to do the gauntlet if you want to progress more, but it is certainly a way of skipping that little bit, but you won't be able to return to the Commonwealth at this very point. So, thank you for watching. That is the Nuka-Cola Transit Center.